Hey everyone! Welcome to video 1 of the 3-part video series. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to have you here. I'm kind of frustrated right now. I just did the whole video for you guys. It was like almost 15 minutes long, and I went to go click it and it wasn't there. How frustrating is that? How does it get any better than this? Okay, so moving on. Okay, video 1, here we are. I'm Denise Dominguez, a founder and CEO of Inspired by Denise Coaching. And in video 1, I'm going to do like a little introductory, a little bit about my story, and then we're going to jump into the questions. So on the video that I just did, I was able to get to one question. Number 1. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. So, I am an empowerment and relationship coach, and I coach women that are feeling stuck in life. So usually it's coming out of a relationship, coming out of a marriage, and they literally just don't know where to turn, feeling lost, feeling, helpless, I guess, just not knowing where to start, take that first step, where to go. Their self-worth has been damaged. A lot of things have actually been damaged, or they're hung up on the dream of being with their ex-husband or their ex-boyfriend, and they think that, they just put all their energy into, we're going to be together and things like that. So that's where I come in, and I help you to change your thought process and your belief system and help you turn things around in your life. And the relationship that I always work on is the relationship with you, because everything starts with you. Everything. So once we get your relationship with you on track, back on track, through self-worth, self-love, and all that good stuff, then all the relationships around you will flourish and grow. So I always like to say that, because when people hear relationship, they instantly think it's, spouse or sibling or parent or whatever. No, it's you. So, okay, a little bit about my story. I was in a toxic marriage for over 20 years altogether, between dating and marriage. I married very young, 2 weeks into 21, had my first child, my daughter, at 22, almost 23, and my son at 23, almost 24. And I always wanted to be a mom. Like, I love kids. So being a wife and a mom was like the only thing I wanted to do. I was not career-minded at all. I actually could care less about working or setting myself up for the future as far as like financially, career-wise. Luckily, I married a man who was a very well provider for us. So that he did well. He had addictions. He has addictions. And over the course of our years together, they increased, of course. It's always how it goes. So it started off, small, and there was times when he was a great dad and a great husband. Like, it wasn't all crappy. And I don't even think about the crappy times, because I can't. It doesn't serve me. So there was times of, feeling loved and surprising me with lots of things, and he had good moments. So, and he was a good dad at times. Like, that's the truth. So anyway, so let's fast forward to 2010. No, 2008, I'm sorry. 2008, he attempted to take his own life. This was the day that I told him that I was fed up with the crap and I wanted a divorce. I was done. And I meant it. And so to get me to stay, he tried to take his own life. And it worked. It worked. So that was August of 2008. My daughter was in the next room when he did that. He was not successful at it, thank God. Still a very, very traumatic event in our life. Very traumatic for my daughter especially, because she was there. We went through a lot of stuff with that. As the mom and the wife, I was getting everybody fixed. I was taking everybody to counseling. And I remember sitting in the counselor's office. It was all four of us, my two children, him and I, and five, and the counselor. And she said, she turned to me and she said, "Denise, what are you doing?" Because I was kind of like taking control of everything and making sure they got to the appointments and making sure that they got, counseling. And she said to me, "What about you, Denise? Who's counseling you?" And this was literally my words. I was like, "I'm fine. I'm worried about them. They are my focus right now." And she said, "You need help too." And I was like, "No, I don't." And with every fiber of my being, I believed that. I did not need help. I did not need counseling. I was fine. Yeah. So that was 2008, probably 2009 by now. And then let's fast forward to 2010. The end of 2010, my daughter says to me, like literally the end of December, she was like, "I don't want to go to college here in Florida, Mom." And I was like, "Okay." She's like, "I want to go to college in North Carolina." And I was like, "Okay." Well, everything had literally gone to hell in a handbag by this time. So I thought to myself, great, that would be a great new start. We can move to North Carolina, which is like 3 states away, and get out of Florida, get away from him, and just start over, start new. So that's what we did. So without a job, I managed to save enough money to move 3 states away and have an apartment paid for in 4 days of us being here, and trailer truck, her car on the back of the moving truck, and plus my car. So literally, I don't even know how I did it. I just did it because my determination to leave was overpowering my fear to leave. Because prior to that, all my years of staying in this marriage where I was not happy, where I did not want to be there, where I can't even tell you how many times I was embarrassed by him at social events, parties, whatever. He would just pick a fight with me, and we would have this huge blowout before we were having like a whole bunch of people over. And I would try to make up with him, even though, whatever, before everybody got there. And he would just really hold on to that and be like, "You just want to make up because everybody's coming over." Well, yeah, duh. Of course I am. So anyway, my point to that is that I was like, great, we could start over. Let's do this. So yeah, with no job, I managed to save enough money to move 3 states away and start a new life, and that's exactly what we did. Of course, 3 months after being here, the phone calls started to my daughter, and "I miss you," and "I miss Mommy," and "I want you guys to come home." So then 3 months later, we were back in Florida. And then, so that was like October, and by December, January, I remember my daughter crying on the bed and crying because we all had a big blowout, and crying and saying, "Mom, what are we doing here? Why did we come back? We need to go back to North Carolina." And I said, yeah, because honestly, I didn't want to come back to Florida. I didn't want to go back to him. I knew in my heart that I was completely and utterly done with him, with the marriage, with the relationship. There was nothing to fix. Nothing to fix. For the first time in my life, I had zero feelings for him. I didn't care for him. I didn't love him. I mean, in a husband-wife way. I do love him. I do want the best for him. He's the father of my children. I'll always love him. God forbid if he was deathly ill and he wanted me there, I would be there. But as a wife, I didn't want to, I had, those feelings were gone. Completely gone. So I knew it wasn't going to work out. I didn't want it to work out. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be with him. So when she said that, I was like, great. Because I'll do anything for my kids. As a mom, that's what we do. So I needed a couple months and saved money again. And again, without a job, I was working temp jobs, yeah. And left again. And that was 2012. We've been here ever since. Happy ending, right? So this is my tip number one, homework number one for you, which is everything, like I said, starts with you. So the relationship that you have with yourself is where it all begins. So what are you saying to yourself? How do you feel about yourself? So here's your homework. Pay attention to the thoughts that you have in your head, your self-talk, all day. And especially in the morning when you're brushing your teeth. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what are you saying to yourself? Now, usually people say one of two things. They have random thoughts and they think, oh crap, I got to do X, Y, and Z today. I have this appointment. I have this meeting. I got to meet with so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. I got to pick up the kids, whatever. Random thoughts. Or they look at themselves and like, oh my God, I look like crap today. What is this pimple? You know, like stuff like that. Stop that. Stop that. That is tip number one. Do not criticize yourself in any way. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you notice those thoughts going either random or criticizing yourself, stop it, refocus to something positive. I am beautiful. I am successful. I'm a great mom. I love my life. Whatever affirmation that resonates with you, that you need to hear, you need to say it. This is the beginning of a new relationship with yourself. So, all right. So we're coming to a close on video one. So I definitely want to also tell you that you can contact me anytime. You have my email, denised000@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook. I have one group page, one like page, and a personal page. So that's Denise Dominguez. So its last name is D-O-M, like Mary, I-N-G-U-E-Z. The group is Inspired by Denise Coaching, and the page is Inspired by Denise Coaching. So get on those because I'm constantly posting inspirational empowerment and stuff that's going on with me that you can get some coaching, like the radio show I'm launching the end of this month and stuff like that. So get on there, take advantage of everything that I offer. And homework number one, pay attention to your thoughts, and especially in the morning when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, say beautiful affirmations to yourself and get rid of those random criticizing thoughts that you're saying to yourself. Okay? All right. I'm excited for video number two. All right. We didn't even get into question one. Oh my gosh. Unless I rambled. All right. Anyways, we're definitely going to cover it. I promise you. Okay? I'll see you on video two.